I'm back. Hello, everyone. I just got back from London and I'm going to show you a few pics I took and I'll explain stuff that I saw. But I'm going to send some links to some UK people. I hope they have a little spare time to grace my little podcast because it's always good to talk to British people like I had this whole week. Now, I could always start with the pictures. You guys have known that I've been planning this trip for a while, and oh shit, I don't know who else do I know that's British that does live streams. Where's what's his name? But he never comes on the Mong, and I'm I don't really want to bother. Shit, I can't send it to him. Bugger anyway. Oh. Anyway, I've been you guys have known that I've been planning this trip for a while, probably. Hello, Sam. Gunny, how are you, man? Anyway, shall I start the stream? Anyway, yeah, I'll start the pic sharing because what's a holiday without the holiday snaps? They mostly are shit, but I don't care. This pic, if you guys are watching, is Ryanair needs to have their windows cleaned a bit more because they're bloody dirty. Well, this is Santander Airport, so little quaint airport. I had to go from Porto to instead of going to Porto, which is Portugal, to Santander, which is in Galicia, Spain. And the distance was about the same, and the weather was okay. I'm not going to talk about too much of the weather. The London weather, you guys can thank me, by the way. I took good weather to London. It did not rain while I was there. Well, yesterday it sort of fell a little bit, but once I got out of my hotel room, it cleared. So, yeah. The pictures aren't in any order, I think, because the bloody camera doesn't. My phone doesn't make them in any order. They're more or less the same, but some aren't. The next one, we have finally landed in London, and this is Paddington Station. Notice how many kebabs are around. Lots of them. That's one thing I should be saying shit posting because there's just too much kebab there. I don't mind the Jamaicans. I don't mind the Indians. I don't mind the Sikhs. I don't mind the Japanese. I don't mind the Chinese, the Colombians, the Israelis, the Jews. I don't mind the Lebanese, well, the Christian Lebanese, etc., etc. But when you have kebabs, oh God, it's not racist because it's an ideology. So fuck off. But it's a lovely station. It was close to where I was. I went there while I was there from Monday to today. I went there 3 times, including today, which I had to pass through to get to the transit bus. It's a nice ornament there from the Hilton Hotel. So it's all metallic and medieval. Well, it's not medieval. It's about industrial 18th century, possibly. Great Western Railway. I don't know who founded it, but that's the one. Founded it. I don't know who it was, but it was very lovely. And here we have the National Gallery. That was the next day because I arrived there. We arrived there in the afternoon. We didn't have time to do much, so we basically rested because I had to get up at 6 in the morning to get to the airport. and to fly. So when I got there in the afternoon in London, we were bloody pissed. Oh, thank you, John. I didn't know that. I'm not a historian, but I know who Isambard Kingdom Brunel is. He was a bloody awesome engineer. He's the one that made. Wasn't he the one that joined London to Scotland, I think, or Edinburgh to Glasgow, and he made a bridge over the fifth or fourth or something, or the fourth or fifth, fifth or fourth, which is a railway bridge. It's been torn down since, and they made a newer one, and it's one of the marvels of engineering of the 18th century. So I know a little bit about history, but not a lot. Hey, you want to join on, man? I'll just send you the link, because why not? Now, where the hell? Oh, there it is. I hope you're not too busy. And where the hell did the Twitter deck go? But you can see it was a blue sky on the Wednesday. This was on a Wednesday, because I took my wife to St. Paul's Cathedral, and we passed by there because we had to. The bus stopped at Trafalgar Square, which is just behind here, the National Gallery, and my wife liked it a lot. In fact, she really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you want to join, man, join. If you can't, no worries. There's no one's no one's messing and so on. I'm trying to invite people that are or are British or living in Britain, London, Britain, whatever. Because as I get on, I'll tell you how much I enjoyed London, etc. But also some of the picky things that, damn. We have Nelson's column. My son's Nelson, and not as Nelson, and I sent him this picture and saying, "Look, I found your column." There's a pun in that. I hope you guys are intelligent enough to figure it out. But it's damn tall, very tall, and quite nice. The lions, I didn't catch the lions, but it is. It's not Londonistan, it's London and Stan, guys. No, Gunny, it's a bloody beautiful architecture. I didn't go inside because you had to pay, and I'm not going to pay for visits. We went down into the where the coffee shop was and the souvenir shop. I didn't buy anything because there's nothing that captured my. I'm not a very good souvenir buyer. I like to buy stuff like that, stuff that doesn't necessarily capture. And I did buy 3 fridge magnets. So yeah, well, the wife bought it. That's better. And you're a little bit loud, Ian.
Yeah, let me turn down.
Not too much.
I just turned on the input on my end just a tad.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's get back to the description. Yeah, Nelson's column. My son, it's a lame joke. You guys, Jesus, no one got the joke. I am disappointed with the pun. The people, you need to know puns. And my wife really liked this place. Here we have the Strand. The Strand. Well, the road is the Strand anyway, and that's the metro station. I can't remember which one, but it's in the Strand. Any Londoner would know it better than I do. And bloody bikes everywhere. Not a lot of kebab here, by the way, except in that bloody souvenir shops. They are infested with kebab. That's why I ate at pubs. Next one, some nice arches. I don't know where this was. This was me going back to from Trafalgar Square. We went to Piccadilly Circus. I posted the pictures on my Twitter, and my phone didn't save them. Bloody hell! But I ate at Jamie's Italia, and yes, the food was good, and it wasn't that expensive. That's one thing that surprised me. I had a budget of about €1,000, right? That would be about £700. I only spent about in total food, souvenirs, bus, because I bought day passes for bus and yesterday the buses and the underground, and that just the 2 tickets for me and the wife was £25, £26 for all day. But on this day, on the Wednesday, we just bought for the buses and the trams, and it was £10 for both of us all day.
Oh,
And
that's cheap. Because I
it
can
is.
remember. Oh, now we have to go back in time about some 25 plus years ago when I was in London on holiday and worked there for a summer. It was at that time about £6 or £7 for a day pass. So 25 quid. That's quite a lot these days.
Yeah, I know, but for me, I prefer to pay that because it worked out cheaper than the tours, the professional tours that they have. The hotel where I stayed, and I also talked before I went with my agent, the travel agent, and he gave me some options, and they were all for the both of us over £60 for a 1 day tour trip, tour those things. But I found that I actually saved, especially on the first day where we just picked the buses basically. And my wife liked the buses because we on yesterday we went on the underground from Paddington Station to Tottenham Court Road station. We had to change in between at Oxford Circus. Shit, I still remember the place. If I ever go back there, at least in that area of between Paddington and Westminster, I will not be fucking lost. I know the bus routes, the underground routes, and everything. So
The underground is quite easy.
It is, but you bloody too many kebabs and it's too fucking crowded. My wife didn't like that. It was too crowded. So we avoided the rest of the trip. And then I found just by basically swapping buses 2 or 3 times, I would get to the destinations I wanted. Luckily, I have a fucking good map. I can Google well. And to get the bus from yesterday from the British Museum, I wanted to go then to Westminster Station, and I was an idiot, and I went around the block twice, where I just had to get out from where you leave the British Museum. You walk to on your right side, the road there. You turn right again, walk 50 meters, and that's the bus route you take, bus 25.
It has been a long time for me. I can't remember the bus tables anymore.
Don't worry. Next week I'll forget about them. So,
still a fresh memory for you. It's been a couple of years for me. So,
yeah. And the bus ride is awesome. I don't know where this was near Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly, that area. I like the architecture; it's just fucking beautiful. Here's St. Paul's Cathedral. I'm passing slowly. Slow enough. The generic bloody holiday snaps. But the St. Paul's Cathedral, the architecture's bloody awesome. I liked it. I really like architecture, even though I'm an archaeologist. But the aesthetics are nice. I like the grandeur type architecture. St. Paul himself. My wife liked this statue. We walked around the cathedral. And when we got there, she said, "Oh, look, take a picture of that. That's nice." And I did. So You can see this better than before the others, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if the other fucking Brits have answered. Bloody mongrels! God damn it! No wonder you're getting overrun by kebab. They don't come on stream when you ask them nicely. I'm shit posting people. I'm shit posting. I fucking love everyone. Yes, even Chrissy Winters. I even love her, like her. I don't have any animosity. I just think she's the most moronic moron that has ever existed. Steve Shives and the Brady Bunch gang. But yeah, they're just morons. But I don't hate them, as anyone knows. But yeah, let's get back to the holiday snaps, because those idiots distract me a lot. Inside the cathedral, inside below the cathedral, where they make money, the souvenir shop and the restaurant thingy. I found this lovely statue carving type thing. It's Captain James Robert Moses and Captain Edward Rio. I don't know who they are. I have to confess. I'll look them up. So no spoilers, please. If you want, I don't mind spoilers, but if you don't want to do spoilers, no worries. I'll look them up. They look interesting, and the sculptures are bloody. They're what's that period where they brought
Victorian?
back? No, that's much before Victorian. It's the period when they brought back I think it was the 18th or 18th century, when they started to discover the monumental architecture of the Romans and Greeks. And so the British architects and sculptors imitated them. And that's that period. Yes, I did take art history in one semester at high school, 1 year at high school. So I know a little bit. It still comes back sometimes. So yeah. Nice. This is coming from St. Paul's onto more or less getting the bus back to Trafalgar Square, because I didn't want to walk 1.2 kilometers. And I found this nice tower. I think it was a little church, but it caught my eye. It's just little in between two buildings. I had to take it vertical because I wanted to capture as much as I can. I still missed the top. That's how big it was. It was nice. It was very nice. Malachite. The world just needs a complete economic breakdown, and kebab will disappear. Trust me. That's all it needs. They will go back. They will not stay, because they are after handouts. If they stop having handouts, they will not stay. So I'm hoping for that. The 1930s has to be relived. Spain's on the war path again. So the commies are uprising and causing the fucking fascist Nazis to also react against them. And the idiots don't see it. I see it. We just need now everything. All the pieces are set. Just now an economic collapse, and it could come from anywhere, because the world's linked so much more than it was before in 1929, when the Great Depression, the Wall Street collapse occurred. And we just need Vanuatu to fail, and it'll bring down the whole world economy. Do you see what I mean, guys? I'm sort of a visionary.
I'm not too sure if that would be a solution, but that's me.
No, it's not a solution. It's an inevitable fact. I'm not proposing any solution. I'm proposing what will happen if this happens. It's sort of a linked thing.
We'll see. We'll see.
I hope it.
Personally, I don't hope it will happen.
Oh no!
In our lifetime or our children's lifetime.
God damn no! God no! I'm totally against it. Shit! I want my.
Because if you think that the Great Depression was bad, global complete collapse of the economy, we're fucked.
Oh, I know what it. I actually know what will happen. So I know all the consequences. I've been mulling over the consequences for years now. At least since Brexit started and since Merkel opened the floodgates. So I know but we are digressing. We shouldn't interrupt this nice holiday tour with stuff that's going to get me demonetized, and I will make this video unmonetized because I know it'll be demonetized. My last video, when I was talking about going to London, it was demonetized. I must have said shit too much. No, John the Bemused. I'm not a psychic. I can see patterns as an archaeologist. So that's my my archaeology training and my biker training, an observation made me really aware of shit. So yeah. And while I was waiting for the bus to go to Trafalgar Square near it was near, not very far from St. Paul's, I found this little ticket. That had already happened, but I was amused. Tories out, the commies. I even tweeted about this. I took it. I have it here. This was just a little cardboard thing. You fill it in from the back. You fill it in. You send them. Then they would bus you to the places you want to get. So I kept this, and as a souvenir of the fucking commies. No, fuck you. Commies out. And then we rode from more or less where that thing on an old double decker, the ones that they used before the modern ones. This looks like about the 70s, 60s, 70s double decker. It was so awesome. The conductor lady was an Indian. I could tell by her pronunciation. She wasn't. She didn't have a. She was Indian. I won't elaborate too much, but she was Indian. Nice lady. I asked her politely, "Can I take photographs of this lovely bus?" And she said, "Sir, this bus is yours." And I said, "Thank you, ma'am." I didn't say ma'am. I said, "Thank you very much."
Yeah. Can you wrap it in, please, with a bow and string around it and ship it off to Portugal?
No,
because you just told me it's mine.
I know I'm not sexist when I don't need to. So yes, I can be a gentleman without being a misogynistic, sexist, bigoted, a straight white male cunt. Yeah, I think I've ticked all the bingo. Yeah, I hit bingo. Then we got back to Trafalgar Square, and then we walked. We walked to this place. This is the Arches that I don't know the bloody boulevard that gets to Buckingham Palace. That's in the fucking other end of that. There were a whole lot of policemen there, so I was safe. Of course, there were no kebabs anyway, but it was a beautiful place. I love this. I know this place here from. A biker. His name is Royal Jordanian. If any of you know him, he has the most awesome motorbike you can't buy anymore. It's a Husqvarna Nuda 900R. Just bloody makes a sound. Whoa! And he passes a lot of times through this area. St. James Park. That's it. And we sort of started to walking. Ignore my wife on the side. It's not doxing because you don't see her face. And that's right at the end is Buckingham. Buckingham Palace. And just on the side is St. James Palace. I know because I'd Googled it before I went there. The mall, that is Admiralty's Arch, 50 meters from Trafalgar, not so much. Thank you, man. No, John, I don't mean the walk to the Arch, to the Admiralty Arch. I mean the walk from the Admiralty Arch to Buckingham Palace. I know that was at the end of there, so yes. My wife we were just too stuffed, too tired, because we are old cunts, and we are not used to walking a lot. Well, I used to walk a lot, but now I don't walk as much. So I like this place. Walking back, there was I was going to ask a Bobby to take a selfie with me. I offered, I took it. I really was. I didn't meet any other ones after, but I wanted to ask a Bobby to take a picture because there was one, an American tourist put his son, asked if the cop or the policeman would take a photograph with his son. Put on the hat. He put the Bobby put his hat on the kid, and the father took the pic. But the kid, being a brat, he's already started crying, and the Bobby was okay. Was okay. He was very very polite and warm hearted and everything. And just I'm not dissing Yanks. I love America as well. Well, yeah, America. Not many, not all Americans. I like all the Americans I follow, and some that I don't follow as well. Uh, I like America for its food as well. There is some awesome food in America. The pizza, either I don't give a shit what you guys say. Either both Chicago and New York pizzas are fucking awesome. No argument. The Philly's cheesesteak is mind-boggling, and I haven't eaten it yet, but I know food. What else? Cajun food is beautiful, delish. The barbecues, doesn't matter if from Texas to New Mexico to the wherever, the southern states barbecues. Yes, that's it. Yes, no other word is needed. And what else? Fuck Tex-Mex. No, that's not real. And I can't think of any more American food, but I know it's good. That'll bring me back then to the what's it called, the British food. Let me see if I can get my tweets that I got from the food that I tweeted out, because I know that was just awesome. Let me see if I can find it. But while I try to find it, let's get on to the next stage. Piccadilly, that's where I stopped at lunch. And then, as I said, I went to eat lunch at Jamie Oliver's Italia. That's just off the really weird. I can't remember the road. It was just the street. It was just a little back alley type thing. Quite there was a theater not far from that, and
I'll be right back. I need to help out.
no worries, man. No worries. I'm gonna see if I can find my tweet that I posted from the Italia. Come on, where is it? I know I did. And sometimes it's slow. Late slides tonight. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Again, I like good food. It doesn't matter where it's the thing, but American has its iconic foods, and to me, most sought after, which I probably will never visit it or do, but to me, it's an American cheeseburger. To me, is the epitome. What's wrong with? I'm lagging as hell, I think. Why am I not sharing this? Oh, not live. Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit. You guys, is my voice coming across or something? Yes, Malachite. A roast turkey, Thanksgiving turkey with it, the whole lot. Absolutely. I'm lagging. God damn it. I hate sometimes Portuguese internet is fucked. But anyway, let's continue. Here's kebab. The next I wanted to take this photograph these lines and in that Piccadilly Circus, more or less. And kebab was just his child bride. Jumping ahead. We ate. I want to see. Oh, come on, Jesus. This is a with the custard. It is just delicious. It was absolutely delish. I will take your word for it. I'll take you up on that one day, my friend Gunny. I would absolutely do a lot, not everything, but I'll do a lot to try a barbecue buffalo. But I know buffalo must be awesome taste because quote unquote wild and undulates. It that has that extra thing that it. Yes. Now let's try and find this damn the perfect steak. That was my last day. Let's get back. Where am I? Where's the food? God damn it. No. Getting back. Almost there, guys. You have to bear with me. You have to bearing with me. I think I got full stream again. Now, God, I get a lot of tweets from Steve, mentions of with Steve Shives in it. God damn it. Oh yeah, the first night I had fish and chips at the Sawyer Arms Hotel in Piccadilly. No, yeah, Paddington, I mean. And the second night we had pizza and it wasn't that good. But I found it. Here I am. Here we go. See if I can pick that. Come on, baby. Oops. This is from my Twitter. This is Jamie Oliver's tagliatelle bolognese. And it was quite delicious. We had that at my wife had a smaller portion than I had. And hey, Carlos David, mate, how are you, man? Just came back from London, as you know, and talking about what I've done now. The food, this was bloody delicious. I still, I don't think I can. There's something there that I can't imitate, but well, not imitate, but reproduce because it was bloody awesome. And that's me being cool as always. This was at Jamie Oliver's. You can see from behind. Fucking cool cunt, am I? Feel free to use this as a meme. I posted this, and I will accept all memes. But bloody be creative. I will be very, very critical if you guys don't live up to my standards. Shut up, guys. British food is not shit. I can attest that I'm a fucking foodie. Here's some more of Jamie Oliver's place. That bitch Sasua. Okay. Then that night, my wife and I, we had some pizza, and I can tell you it was not that. Nothing to cry home about. I make them better with pre-bought, pre-rolled or supermarket bases. So my pizzas turn out better than tastier than this, except for the fucking tomato sauce. That was the best shit that it had. Oh, come on, Carlos. You sound like my wife, man. She said, look at this shit. It's falling apart. And I said, no, honey. Jamie Oliver likes the rustic. I was probably making a... yes, it was. It wasn't that... It was disappointing, to say the least. Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. I had to put the wing to bed, nappy change and things like that.
How's the baby doing?
Oh, she's doing great. A couple of weeks ago, she started walking, and she is more confident in walking these days. So she is running about, and beautiful to see.
What I'm passing, yes, man, they're beautiful. The children, they are. They always melt my heart. My heart, children. Anyway, just. What I scrolled will get me demonetized. My Twitter feed is cancer, and we went to this little pub afterwards because I said to my wife, "Oh God, this is crap. Let's go and have a nightcap or something before we go to bed." And I ordered a pint. That is not Guinness. That is a London. I tweeted that. That's a London Porter at the Admiralty Island Pie Pub in Trafalgar Square. Oh, that's the next day. Shit. 1 sec. I have to see if I. Where
that
was
looked
it?
like custard.
Yeah, that was apple crumble and custard. I had a Nipah. I remember. Yeah, it was a Nipah. It was. Now, let's get back to this beer because I have to make a complaint about British. The British. Oh, that's sorry. Shit, where is it? Where's the tweet deck? No, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, damn it! Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This one. This London Porter was the most alcoholic beer I drank while I was there. It was only 6.5% alcohol. The beer that I am drinking right now is also 6%. And I don't have anything in my pantry thing where I keep my beers that is below 6%. Guinness is 4.5%. What the fuck? Why are pints low alcoholic? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. The beer, don't get me wrong, it was bloody delicious. All the beers I drank, I have not one complaint about the taste. They were fucking awesome. But God damn it, I'd need to drink about 7 gallons to get the same effect as 3 or 4 of my lot that I have here. What is it? What is it, guys? Brits, what's happening? What's wrong?
Don't ask me. I barely drink any alcohol, so.
Well, you have an excuse. You're Dutch.
Oh, that's not an excuse. Come on, you know how many beers we've got.
I know, and I had on the plane here to back. I had a Heineken.
Oh, that's not beer. That's horse piss.
No. It's.
As a Dutch, I apologize to the rest of the world for Heineken beer.
Let me finish. I drink Heineken sometimes when I'm super thirsty because I drink it in one lot, right? The beer that they sell in Ryanair, a little 33 can, that is bloody tasteful. I said to the wife, shit, what the fuck? I've been drinking Heineken all my life and it doesn't taste as good as this. What's wrong? Did they put in cocaine or something? Because I honestly love the taste of that Heineken beer on Ryanair.
Yeah, Heineken. Most light brews from Netherlands, the ales. No, you can get drunk. Yeah, you can drink it, but
Yeah, drink it. That's what do when I drink it here at my local cafe or thing. We have it here, and when they give me Heineken, yeah, I'll drink it because it doesn't taste as anything. But that can had taste. That's what blew me away. What the fuck are they making super special brews? Or maybe it's made in because our Heineken's made in Lisbon. As the
same
British
recipe
exactly.
as anywhere in the world.
Yes,
So
but maybe it's the water or the hops or some shit that's local that's better. Maybe the Irish Irish what's the grain that they use? Rye. Maybe Irish rye is better than Dutch rye or Portuguese rye. I don't know. It had
could
fucking
be.
flavor, man. But this Imperial, this London Porter, oh my God, it was bloody awesome. Do I have the pie that I ate with it? Yes, I do.
Ooh, that looks tasty.
Pie and mash, steak and ale pie. And a red wine gravy. Oh my! I've made pies before. I've made Australian meat pies. But God damn it, this was just fucking out, just way, way, way above me. The crust was perfect, and I can make this crust easily. The mashed potatoes, I make mashed potatoes. I make cheesy mashed potatoes. I make with well, I use milk. I don't use cream. They use cream, and I can tell you, cream is. And behind the food is the rabbit food grass shit thing. The salad. I did eat it though, because why not? Fuck it. But
you paid for it.
Exactly. But if anyone says that British food is shit, fuck you. This is God's food. I grew up with pies and mash and gravy, and God damn it.
Yeah, the whole. Well, I'll use British Kitchen because it includes 4 countries. Most of it, let's scrap it. Don't even go near it. But when it comes to pie, oh, excellent. They made so many good pies. That's the staple of any British kitchen, I would say. It's like having a good pie. Just dump the rest, put it into the bin, never use it, never make it. But this, yes, pies.
I regret not eating the shepherd's pie. I had the opportunity to eat it last night, but I went for the steak.
You can make your own shepherd's pie if you need.
Yeah,
if need be.
I have a lamb in the freezer, so I'm going to make it one day.
Yeah, it's not so difficult. So.
Homegrown. I grew it. It's mine. I raised it. Well, my wife, we raised it. So yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah, and my everyone knows I owe Sargon my 1,000 viewers, and while I was at the British Museum, I took this Khorzabad, the Palace of Sargon, and it's Sargon II, Sargon of Akkad, Sargon. Not Sargon the First, which was before, I think. I think it's this one, yeah. And so any haters, fuck you. And if any of the haters of Sargons are here, fuck you as well. Because I will not apologize. And I'm not even going to monetize this stream. So fuck you again. And that's it. I honor and recognize the people that helped me. So, yeah. Oh God, this beer was fucking almost as creamy as Guinness. Guinness, even though it was only about 4.5 to 5% alcohol, It was the most creamiest beer that I've drank. It's much better off the tap than buying it in a bottle or that canned shit thing. The canned shit thing's no comparison. No, on the pubs, that's where you drink a pint of bloody Guinness. And I drank 4 while I was there. So 4 pints, not bad. Let me just get this to another, to my, get back to my photos. Where was I here? Oh yeah, that's the pub. This is the Dickens pub, Charles Dickens, and took this because this here, the Copper Dog. That is a Scotch and a Coca-Cola. I didn't drink that, but I like the poster. So, and this is the street, more or less, where I basically ate most of the time. Where you see that cab passing. The British Museum was next day. We got there, like I said, we went with the underground. I didn't like it much going on the underground, to be fair, and it was too crowded, too sweaty, because I sweat like a dog every time. It's 11. Let's see, it's about 10 degrees outside my window. 19 inside where I'm staying. Witchy, how are you? Oh, honored to have you.
Yeah, you told me,
awesome.
but it was really last minute. See, I don't mind taking a bus, but last time we had to take the bus to London, I had to get a new passport because I lost mine when we moved to a new flat, etc., and I had to go to London to the Dutch embassy to get one.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a whole night on the bus. Never again. I don't mind sitting in the bus for a long time, but no, not a night bus. It was way too long.
Oh, absolutely,
And last minute's going, trying to find a flight with either EasyJet or Ryanair, but in this case would be EasyJet. Last minute it would be too expensive.
Exactly, it is. I planned mine from fucking June.
Yeah. So if you plan ahead, then yeah, it can be quite cheap, especially with Ryanair or EasyJet. But if you have to go a couple of days before and book everything, it's like you're paying the bonuses as well. It's like maximum price.
Just answer, John. I didn't queue at all. I got there at I did have to wait because I got there at 8:30, and it opens at 9, and then the galleries open at 10. So while I was there, we did a bit of shopping. I bought a wooden postcard of the Rosetta Stone, which I have in my special display area. And then I went inside and I saw the bloody stone itself. That shit's fucking huge. God damn it, I thought it was small, but it's fucking massive.
At least you don't have to put too many security guards near it. No one will nick it.
No. Well, they didn't have any. They have security guards all around and shit. The exhibitions. I'm sorry, John. You're right. They were having, as you can see from this picture, the Scythians, the warriors of ancient Siberia, and yes, you pay for it. But there wasn't a lot. There was no queues actually. If you pay it, yeah, I'm sure you could visit. I didn't see any queues. There were more queues, more people visiting the other galleries. I bought the map, the map, £2 map thing, folding. Not the guide, just the map guide thing, the cheaper one, as a souvenir. And because I just went through, me and the wife, we just walked. Okay. And there weren't many. There wasn't a very big queue to this exhibition, which I found a bit surprising, but that's just me. I love this facade. It's Neo-Greek, the Doric columns. It's looks very a replica of the Parthenon. Very simplistic, yeah. I'm probably shit. The American centerpiece of the museum. I didn't go up there, so Just skip through that. These lions. I know you're still asleep, but our Archeonomy, I can't never say his name. Archeonomy. Yeah, Archeonomy is probably still. He sent me a tweet to look up the something marbles. I think I saw them maybe because I think they were the Greek marble from the Parthenon, and I sort of no direct bus ride from which you
No.
from
See, we live in Greenock. From us, we need from our place, we need to go to Glasgow. Take the bus there,
yes,
and
exactly, yeah.
I think the first stop would be Manchester, if I'm not mistaken, and from there you go to London. I'm not sure if there's another stop in between there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I understand. Yes.
So it's not a
Yes.
direct line.
No, exactly.
It's
Yes.
about what 400 miles roughly,
Yep. About that. Yeah. Wouldn't it be
and
cheap to have
you're pretty much zigzagging through the country.
yeah. The
Otherwise, it's
bus,
too expensive
the
for the
train
company.
is more expensive. I saw the
Oh, the
prices.
train is horrible.
It's horrible.
It's fast. It's with Virgin train. It's about four to 4.5 hours
Exactly. Yeah.
from Euston to London, Euston to Glasgow. It's a direct line, just one or two stops.
I know where Houston is. God damn it! I saw
I'm
enough.
just saying before anyone thinks it's in the US.
No, I saw enough buses with Houston on it from where from Paddington in ironically. So
But yeah,
yes,
it's
thank
very
you, John.
expensive.
Thank you, John. Yes, it is. I saw this Japanese buy a ticket. He paid £600. I said,
I paid about when I arrived in London and I had to go to Glasgow. Oh, I paid sorry about 120 quid, and that's about 9 years ago.
John,
And
I said Houston, not Houston. It's with
it's almost pronounced the same. So.
Houston, not Houston. This is fun. I love having fun. But yes, yeah, the Japanese guy, I think he was Japanese, probably was Chinese, I don't know. He didn't bow, so it must have been Japanese.
Most likely Chinese.
Yeah. I saw all sorts there. In the hotel where I was staying, there were Malay Chinese because the hotel belonged to the Malay group. Well, I think all the hotels in that in that block that I was staying were from the same company, so Malaysian. So that's a good. Oh, I didn't mind it. The room was small. Yes, David Carlos David. I saw Paddington Bear in a shop in the Paddington station. They were selling the Paddington Bear. I didn't buy him because I grew up with Paddington Bear, and I don't need to buy those sort of things. I don't need to regress to my childhood. Oh, my mummy. No. Then some more bust. These were all in the Central Court Gallery while we were waiting for the open. As you can guys see, the tourists. I took this. I also filmed, by the way, but I'm going to cut a small video. Just music. I'm going to put music. I'm not going to. Not going to narrate over it. I'm narrating now, so pay attention. And here we go. Here we are. This is Assyrian, Sumerian. This is the not the Elgin marbles. These were frescoes or something from Sumeria, most likely, because Nebuchadnezzar was behind this area where I took the photograph. Oh shit! Ignore this one. I trembled. Some relief. This was on my phone, by the way. And those statues, Nimrod statues type thing. Thingy me bobs. Some more of statues. That's my wife. Shit. Sorry about that. Didn't want to dox my wife, but doesn't matter. Never mind. Again, without my wife this time. The Nimrod dog entrance type thing. to the Palace of Sargon. That's Palace of Khorsabad, the Palace of Sargon. If anyone, oh God, I have Sargon and Gab, but anyone answer me, I'd love to have him on. Never mind. I don't need another boost. I'll have to find another person to help me boost. Yes, Gunny, exactly. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And not just you. The United States has its own ISIS tearing down statues. Doesn't matter what the statues are bad. It's the act of it is even worse. So, but you know what I mean. These were the group of Chinese tourists. These were Chinese. There was also a group of Japanese tourists, and I can actually tell the difference. Like I can tell the difference between a Pole, a Hungarian, a Russian, a Ukrainian. Well, not Russian. Ukrainians are about the same. I can't really tell the difference, but I can tell the difference between a Pole and a Czech. Czech, Slovak, and so on. I can tell the pronunciations. I'm a linguistic ace, not meaning to boast, but I am. And this will definitely get my video demonetized.
Yes.
We have Roman and Greek statues, which were very, very nice to look at. Shit. Oh, man. Must have been so excited I trembled at his little dick. Oh, I'm embarrassed with... God, my camera's fucked. My mobile phone's fucked, I mean. And some more... well, I don't know what the fuck this was. I just took photographs. And here's some temple reconstruction type thing. Or, no, the actual temple... which was beautiful to look at. Balls, knobs, oh God, I am tired. I can't think of my British synonyms to cojones.
No bother, mate. No bother.
Fucking mung. I'm never going to invite them again, those traitors. Anyway, they never invite me anyway. Bellends, yeah, exactly. The statue was nice. Some more. Now, where the Elgin Parthenon? Are these the Elgin marbles? Because they were marble in the British bit of the Greek thing. But no, let me see if I can find them. There we go. These are the Elgin marbles. Anyone confirm? Bollocks, yes. That's it. It's not stealing, Gunny. It's protecting from. It's protecting from destruction. These survive. The Kababul would have destroyed them. So I hope they never return them, ever. Oh, thank you. They're not that cool, man. I'm a shit photographer, Sam. Honestly, am. I know my fucking limitations. And she was Chinese. These were Japanese. I heard them talk. That's why I know they were. No, they did not say konnichiwa. God, that was so racist. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck it. Some more. What the fuck is this?
Upside down.
That's easily fixed. There we go. See? The Windows photo viewer can fix your stupidity sometimes. But I think these are nice. This was in a little room type thing, and it's going to save this. I already fixed it. Again, bloody hell. The same picture up to show the imitation, a reconstruction of what the Parthenon corner looked like. Have the it wasn't the Dorian column that came later. No, it was a Dorian column. Corinthians were the ones with the weird twists at the end. That's a Dorian column. It's coming back to me, guys. Here you go. That's not Nebuchadnezzar or Sargon, by the way. So, what, Witchy? Ohoya ogeki de suka.
Japanese.
That's Japanese. I don't know. And arigato. Horse. My camera trembled again. Jesus Christ! I gotta get a new. Oh, I'm just, here we go. Something that's crisp. Some more Sumerian, Assyrian type sculptures. This is what interested me, and my wife actually. This is a Sumerian, a replica of Sumerian head piece. You know, the thing that they have on top of the helmet. We have
I know what you mean. It's those ornaments.
Crest. Just call it a crest.
Yeah.
An arrow, a sling, and the boulder that killed David. No, killed Goliath. Must have been that size. And Sumerian writings, something. I'm not a historian. This is after what I really like. I'm prehistorian, so you can judge me. I'll just ignore you because I don't know. A lovely gate. This is Egyptian hieroglyphics, I can tell. Because I bought the Rosetta Stone wooden postcard, and I can tell. I'm an expert now. Then I climbed up into the second floor of the main free and thing, and I saw Excalibur. It's not Excalibur, by the way. I'm only joking. It's a broadsword, and it's bloody nice. It was huge. I mean, huge. I would probably. I'm not weak, but I would struggle holding that.
Yeah, it's a two-handed sword, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It's a two-handed sword. Yeah, two-handed broadsword. Just wow. And then I went to see the coins and the clocks exhibition. This is a German something boat or something. Probably it was a replica of something. Looks made of gold. And climbing up, the hallway looked interesting. I did film the coins and the clocks, by the way. That'll be in the video. The entrance, as my wife and I left, and then we went to Westminster. We got off Westminster, and this is the British IRS, whatever it's called. The
yeah, I know what you mean. Her Majesty something. We get letters every now and then. I keep
Majesty's revenue or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now I need to look it up.
Don't worry about it. Don't look it up. But we're doing holiday snaps, man. Don't look it up. And that's where we caught the bus back to where our hotel was. Route 25, by the way, to Paddington Station, or better, Sussex Gardens. That's where we came off.
Right. And the most boring thing, Her Majesty or HMS Custom and Revenue Tax credits.
Yeah, something like that. Revenue and Customs, possibly. I can't remember. Yeah, but the building was bloody nice. Just so you know, I was close to Big Ben.
Yeah, they're...
unfortunately, it wasn't timing because they're fucking building it.
No, they're repairing the clock because it had to be done.
Exactly. Yeah. It's going to take 4 years though.
Yeah.
But I'm patient. When it's fixed, I plan to go there with my wife again. So yeah, because I already know where to go and everything. So yeah, I won't get lost. Yeah.
A couple
I
of
know
years
it's
ago, we went there too, because I know that Whitehall is nearby. It was pretty much in the photo.
yes, it is. You can Whitehall. That it's in the area. Yeah, that's the Parliament building going off to the right of this picture. I didn't go. I didn't go into the bridge where that attack happened, but I didn't show here. They had bloody concrete barriers now. So kebab wins.
Mm.
That's Westminster Abbey, not to be confused with Westminster Cathedral, which is further behind that. That's just the Abbey. The tax office thing. That's while we were waiting for the bus. I took a picture of this towards Big Ben area. I don't know what that tower is, but bloody nice. And on the opposite way, just so you know, I don't know what this road is, by the way. I forget. I should know, but I forget. Palace of Westminster. Thank you, John. I will always rely on you to be my Encyclopedia Britannica. That's why I like you a lot, man. You guys are awesome. The where I had the Admiralty Ale and Pie pub. I think it was just called the Admiralty because it was near the Admiralty Arch, but it had also the Pie and Ale in big letters. No, Gunny, I was with my wife, man. Jeez, let me go alone next time. The pie was, oh God, my wife only had a sandwich and she liked it, by the way. And then the next day, ignore the hollandaise sauce because I'm a Philistine, but the steak was nicely medium rare. You can see the purple tinge. The potatoes were perfect. The onion rings, the peas, and the grilled tomato. And I had a Guinness. That was my third Guinness up to then, and I had another one afterwards.
So
Man,
in other words, dinner and dinner.
yes,
You got a plate full of dinner and you got Guinness, which is
no,
a
well,
good substitute for
like I
dinner.
said, Guinness is the Guinness which I have in a bottle is more meaty. It's thicker. It has more alcohol than this one, but it was delicious. It was creamy. It was nice. And it was the ultimate. It was delicious. It was an 8 ounce. They didn't have the 5 ounce, and I'm glad they didn't have the 5 ounce because it was just scrumptious. Another just showing the redness of the. Ignore all the condiments, guys. I put condiments. Hollandaise is nice. It's not a. It doesn't take away from the meat. So if you put something that take away from the meat, like ketchup, ketchup
God.
has its uses, but not on a steak. Never on a steak. You can put a pepper sauce, you can put a gravy, any gravy, be it white, red, or whatever. And you can put a hollandaise, not a hollandaise sauce. I apologize. A what's that other? It's not hollandaise. Is afterwards. So
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no.
used to using a garlic sauce on my steak. The Bruxelles, for
Mustard as
example,
yes, Carlos David.
garlic
Mustard
butter.
as well. It starts with B. It's made with curdled eggs and stuff. It doesn't detract from the taste. Bernaise, that's the one. Thank you. That's the one. It's light, and this is today. We were waiting for our transit bus, and you can see the moon in the foreground. This is Bishopsgate on top of Paddington Station. Photo of what? Here we go. And there's another photo of Paddington Station, and I left. Garlic, it's a garlic sauce. It's not degeneracy. You can add garlic to your gravy and so on. And back to where we were. So that concludes my let's see if I have any more picks from food picks, basically, because that's the most important thing, guys. Food, you know.
I do have a question
I
though.
talked about.
Sorry, did you go to King's Cross by any chance?
No, I didn't. I saw many buses going there, but I didn't go there. And I didn't go into Hyde Park, even though I was close. I didn't stop at Marble Arch, which is the entrance to Hyde Park, which if you turn left, you get to Speaker's Corner. But I didn't. I also didn't go down to Exhibition Street, where the Victorian Albert Museum were. I was planning to go there, but we didn't go. Now, hotel television can be shitty, and if the commercials that they play are the same as the ones they play on BBC, for example, or wherever, God damn it! I tweeted, British television commercials are bloody aimed at 5-year-old kids. What the fuck? Honestly, what is it? There's no sophistication. There's no. It's not aimed at adults at all. Because if the Portuguese, for example, would see British ads, they'd say, "What the fuck are you doing? This is for kids. This is for children. This is not for adults." Honestly, and then you have a lot of old age, either insurance commercials or actual insurance commercials for accidents and tailgated and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I was watching something that got ripped from television, American television. I went like, there were commercials in there, and I went like, oh my god, they are horrible. And I mean horrible. It's like, yeah, you can say it's aimed for 5-year-olds. Like,
yeah, man, I really, I wasn't just exposed then, because I have on my not my laptop, my tablet, which is a bit old now, so I don't use it anymore. An app that shows British TV, free British TV over the web.
mm-hmm.
And I already saw those type of childish commercials. One of the commercials was totally fucking gay. It's I don't know what it was for. Had He-Man and Skeletor.
Oh yes,
dancing. What the fuck is that? That is the most gayest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yes, it is.
And I'm not a homophobe. So fuck off if anyone accuses me. That goes to you, Steve and gang. I'm not a homophobe. But God, what the fuck? He-Man doing the most gayest dance and Skeletor. And at the end,
it is epic though.
I liked it, but it's still gay.
Oh yes, it is. Doing the whole dirty dancing thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I liked it, but it's fucking still gay. It can't detract from it. I think it has to be gay to be fucking awesome. Because otherwise it would fucking totally fail. And oh man, it just awesome, just bloody awesome. Oh, Kobe. Oh God. I sort of hinted to my wife. I said, honey, I'd love to go to Japan one day. And also hinted Israel. Oh, I'd love to go there as well. And I said, look, kebab there is controlled and the Jews are fucking awesome.
Yeah, well,
we'll be safe.
If you're ever planning on coming to Scotland, then let me know if we're still here.
Oh man, if I ever get a little bit of enough cash, I will ride to Scotland. 2 weeks, 2 weeks of England, of the UK.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my wife said she met He-Man. She went to Comic-Con in Glasgow the other week, so she met a lot of famous people there. as infamous. You never will see them in any other TV show or movie or anything like that. They're always the sidekicks or something, someone in the background, but they're famous.
I'm not. I'm gonna keep talking about this. I've done my tour now. We're just gonna post the link to anyone who wants to come on board and say hello. Please do. Feel free
Because
to.
me and my wife been looking into going to the Orkney Islands.
Oh, you have to, man. The Orkney Islands,
Yeah,
and please visit some of the archaeological sites there. The Mesolithic and early Neolithic sites.
yeah. I just need to find things to do because getting there is well. We live in, I would say, the middle of Scotland, the Glasgow area.
Yeah.
And just going to, we have to go all the way north to John's something, just to get across.
John O'Groat.
Yeah, John O'Groat, yeah.
John O'Groat.
Just
God damn it, I know more than you, man. What is this?
yeah, come on. Me and names. I always said I'm very poor with names. Utterly shit.
I'm with human names, not with site names.
Oh, with pretty much every name, so... Wouldn't be the first time that someone introduced themselves to me and 5 minutes later it's like, do you remember my name? No.
Oh God, I have the memory of bloody goldfish. It's 5 seconds later I forget their names.
But we've been looking into getting there as cheap as possible because if you take an airplane or a flight there, there's one going from Glasgow to the Orkney Islands. Yeah, it's only like 200 quid for one person to get there for a return ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, it is expensive. It's the shortest way or the fastest way of getting there. But you have National Express and buses like that. For £1, we can get from here to, I think it's Aberdeen, if I'm not mistaken. It's just £1. It's from Glasgow. It's like a 4 or 5 hour trip, a bit longer than that. And you have to stay there because you're stuck. It's from Aberdeen to John's Groat. Oh, let me look it up on the map.
I have to answer John. Sorry, keep going. I'm going to answer you, John, the Bemused. He says, where it says, "I'm shit at names too. Spotting a pattern yet?" Right. You are Eon. You are shit at names. I am shit at names, and apparently John the Bemused are shit at names. Yeah. And I think geniuses don't care the mundane task of memorizing names.
Right. No, I've got a map here. That's where I went wrong. So we have to get from Glasgow to Glasgow. That's like half an hour trip by train. It's easy enough. From Glasgow, we have to go to Inverness. We then have to stay in Inverness because it's a 4.5 hour trip by bus, by train, just to get from Inverness to Wick. From Wick, you have to go to John O'Groat's, get the ferry. There's another ferry going at Thurso to Stromness, but that's bloody expensive. From John O'Groat's to Margaret's Hope, that's a return ticket is, I think, 64 quid. So that's not too bad. And from St. Mark, as soon as you're there, you're fine, but that's a 2-day trip. Just getting there. And you're going like, it takes me a couple of hours to get, well, a couple of hours. It takes me a night just to get from Glasgow to London. It takes me 2 days, and a shorter distance to get from Glasgow just to go to Kirkwall on the Orkney Islands. But I really want to go there. As my wife said in the chat, and pretty much no one picked it up, there's a small island there. It's called Flotta. There's absolutely nothing to do there, and that sounds like heaven to me.
I spent me and the wife spent most of the time in the hotel because we are not used to walking huge distances, and I tell you, we arrived at our hotel always knackered, so.
Because it's only a couple of hours flying, and people always go like, it's only a couple of hours. Yeah, forgetting you have to be there at least 2 hours before the flight goes to check in. You have to be sure that, so you add another hour to it, and getting off, getting everything. It's a 2 hour flight. but you're busy the whole day getting everything, just getting there.
The actual traveling, not the waiting. We know we have to wait in the airport between checking. Shit, I'm the most unluckiest cunt you can have. There is on the way in Santander at Santiago de Compostela, where we flew there, left, where we got our plane to London. I had to take my shoes off because there was beeping the control. I took my shoes off. Okay, everything else fine. On the way back here, I took off my shoes, took off my belt, took off everything, and I still failed the pass. They took me into this X-ray thing. I did what they wanted. Then they took me out. Had a body pat, and the guy patted me down. Said, "Can I have a check?" "Oh, absolutely, sir. Be my guest." He patted. Apparently, it's your bloody T-shirt. And guess whose T-shirt I was wearing, guys? I'm going to show you, because I did this ironically. I actually took a photo, an ironic photo, just to be a fucking cunt. I can be a biggest fucking cunt, and I'm wearing this T-shirt ironically, by the way. I do not endorse the person at all, because I think he's the biggest fucking wanker there is. He does have good points, by the way. I'm not saying what he presents is not valid. I'm saying he is a fucking moron and a dickhead and a piece of... No, I'm not going to say a piece of shit like those bloody dumb cunts from the... Here he is. This is the guy, the shirt that I was wearing. Never wear this if you guys want to... not pass customs. This bloody radioactive T-shirt, guys. Honestly. I mean, literally, it's radioactive. It's not ironically. I wanted to take the photograph with my middle finger at him. And if anyone is friendly with him, with our dear friend Devon Tracy, tell him Carlos Castrejo, the Portugal man, or whatever the fuck he thinks I am, tell him I said hello, ironically, and I want to give him the middle finger. But I don't give a shit. Yes, they are cool. I'm not... that's why I wear it. I actually like the T-shirt. Shit, it was my fucking birthday present when he blocked me from his quote-unquote life because I liked a tweet from a couple of friends of mine that he didn't agree with. So, yeah.
Yeah, we see pattern here. The other side does the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't do that same thing. I don't give a shit. I don't block anyone. I only have one person blocked. I will not reveal who he is.
No,
but he's the
don't
most.
Have anyone blocked? I'm just ignoring one person.
Oh, yeah. I mute a few people.
No, not even muted. Just ignoring the person. Yeah, it's the same thing in the end of the day.
You know, I mute them for about a month, and then I go back and read thing, and then I unmute them. See what that. But I like many of his points of Devon's point of views. He's a very articulate speaker, but he's an arrogant idiot, and I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he is. I think I am smarter than he is. That's just my... And if any of you guys can contact him and are in friendly to invite him, I'll have him on in any of my tweets, in any of my streams. I mean, I will talk to him civilly, discussing ideas if he wants. I can be that person, but I still think he's an arrogant cunt. That's just his personality. He has good ideas. He has good points of view. He can make very good articulate arguments, but his screeching voice sometimes gets to me. That's one of his But that's just his person, his physical. He can't change that. So I will never attack him for that or anything. I'll only attack his ideas, and some of them are too extreme, and some of them are lazy. And when he banned me from his life, I said to him that I pointed out an arguments that he made that were a bit wrong. So yeah.
Yeah, let me show you something.
Did I just hear Anna Kasperi? No, no. I'm gonna fucking take your spanner, man. Never compare me with that bimbo. She's not even a bimbo. That is insulting to bimbos. The fuck? Anna Kasparian is a Play-Doh journalist. That's a good analogy. And I'll stick with that. And yeah. He deserves it. Yep, baby. You deserve that. You deserve that spanner, man. I like his Devon's critique of TYT always. Yes. And Steve Shives, guys, don't. This is me saying Steve Shives is not low-hanging fruit. Steve Shives is underground fruit. That is when people are so drunk. I mean, they can barely articulate the word "an" or "oi." They are the type of people that can out-argue Steve Shives or out-debate Steve Shives. So debating Steve Shives is not low-hanging fruit; is underground fruit.
Yeah, but here's the problem: debating Steve Shives in the first place.
He doesn't debate any of us because I
will find you and block you.
Exactly, yeah. Like I was blocked by him preemptively before I even fucking knew him, and I was following people like those. What are they called? Those atheist experience. Delahunty. I was following PZ Myers, for fuck's sake. And because when I started twittering, I went to the atheists. And who did I find atheists? I didn't find Steve. I found PZ Myers, Delahunty, Aaron Ra, the godless mum. She's Canadian, I think. Mm-hmm. And a few of them. And god damn it, they are basically SJWs. And he still fucking blocked me.
Oh, yeah.
So, good.
I noticed with some of them, they're pretty much just one-trick only ponies, I would say. They only know one thing. They're good at it. Don't get me wrong. They earn their money with it, but they only know one trick. That's it.
They do. Yes, they do. Now, I think that's enough moderators for tonight.
Yeah, by the way, the photo you're looking at, my wife, she went to Comic-Con just to change the subject completely to something else.
I'll put you up as I'll share it to screen share. There we go. Can everyone see it? I think can everyone see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've made you present to everyone. Yeah.
That's the actor who did Flash Gordon. Yes, from 1980, if I'm not mistaken, with the Queen music.
Yes, what's his name? Oh, God, I have that movie.
It's a brilliant movie. It's so bad that it's good.
No, it's not. It's good, man. It's not bad.
No, I find it pretty bad. That's in a good way. It's like Sharknado. It's a bad movie, but in a good way.
No. This is much superior to Sharknado. No. This is
that's not Dolph Lundgren.
No, it's not Dolph Lundgren. It's
No, he did.
Yeah.
He was a bodybuilder or something, and then he did this role, and pretty much the only role he did. Let me look it up. There's one of those persons you will go like, is he still alive? Sam J. Jones.
Exactly, that's the one. Wasn't he an American footballer as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually,
Yeah, he
now
was
I'm
a
looking
football player.
on IMDb, and
James Jones. No.
he has a very long history of acting. For Flash Gordon. Oh,
Yeah.
bit surprised here.
Well, I think that ruined his.
Oh yeah, that's the same way with Star Wars. Pretty much almost all the actors who were in there, they can find.
There was some awesome, nice-looking
Yeah.
women in Melody Anderson. She didn't make much, but Ornella Muti, classical Italian. There's a hell of a lot of movies about her. I know her much. Brian Blessed, and Max von Sydow.
Yes.
And Kame Topol. Oh God, the actors here were. That's why it's not bad, because wasn't it De Laurentiis that director Mike Hodges, but yeah, that's probably why he directed. But it does look Italian, Dino De Laurentiis type production.
Yeah, production company or production co. De Laurentiis, yeah.
And
it was
that's
pretty much the style of that era anyway. If you look at sci-fi movies from the 60s, 70s, pretty much all in the same genre.
And the 80s. This was in 1980.
Yeah. Pretty much looked the same. You didn't have that much money for sets and everything else. See, Star Wars went far beyond its budget. It reinvented a lot of things and actually had to invent a lot of ways how cinema blah blah blah. Yeah, I can pronounce the word. The way scenes were shot, etc., etc. They really reinvented everything.
Exactly. You can see it's the homage to that by David Lynch in Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie. I absolutely adore that
See, and most of the sci-fi movies from earlier than that was like watching the old Doctor Who. It was somewhere in a gravel pit at sea or near a sea on the beach or anything like that. It was always the same type of background. And, you had blue screen at best, but it's always the same. It just saved a lot of money because you didn't have the budget to go full out on a set.
No, they didn't exactly.
No, and with 2001, there's this change in there, but after Star Wars, you can actually see the whole genre changing, and during the 80s, you can actually notice it.
90s, some of the CGI came along, and it sort of ruined it in many places. Metropolis, that was the most awesome. Yes, I have it, but I want to get. I have the one of them that they put shitty music. I want the Queen music version of Metropolis, John W. Muse. I had it once.
Sadly, I don't have it. I do have the vinyl record here from Flash Gordon, Queen. That's the one I've got here. Managed to find that one in a charity shop for cheap.
Yeah, I have all his albums. I bought them in Australia when I was there. The Queen albums, and I bought some here as well. But I have them. I actually bought them, even though I later, to add to my quote unquote Walkman, the MP3 players, I leached the albums again, but I have them, the original ones, DVD, CDs and albums.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I prefer to get if I can, I'll grab the vinyl record if possible. But I do like vinyl records.
Mm-hmm.
And not just because it's a craze again. I did collect them before that, but
the sound, you notice the sound from
the imperfections, the ticking. I don't know. It's like a wine, a rich body to it. And that's the
Yes.
same with Final Records. It's like it's not perfect, but it has some richness to it. Like with MP3s or CDs, it's a bit too crisp, too clean at times. I
Very much.
like the imperfections because they're beautiful. And yeah, if we were to compare it to movies, it's like Lucas redoing the original Star Wars movies. No, the original Star Wars movies were perfect. You could see the imperfections. I love those, and the redigitalized shite. No, thank
Oh,
you.
absolutely. Oh God, I think I have the original still in VHS.
Uh, Put them in the vault. Trust me. Put them in the vault.
I think I said I think I don't have a I have VHS of Star Wars, but I don't have uh, the player. So
Oh,
I'm going to have to.
that's not a problem. I'll pick up VHS players on a regular basis for free, or get them offered for free. So, getting those, that's not too difficult. But
My auntie has a VHS player, so I might ask her just to have a
yeah,
look.
because I looked it up on eBay. Because of all the VHS tapes we've got, we have a decent collection by now. Because uh, people are still having them, and a lot of times like, they're taking up too much space. Let's bin them or just give them away. Who's interested? And, well, like, yes, 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 please. So I do have the original RoboCop on VHS tape and things like that. But the one
Nice.
thing I'm still looking for is the original VHS tapes of Star Wars. I looked it up on eBay. X
They are
rental, 150 quid just for the series, the original series.
exactly yeah.
And we're talking about rental tapes here. So that's crap anyway.
Yep.
They've been played over and over and over again. Not everybody takes care of equipment or buys good equipment to watch things on. It's like the cheapest possible, and let's not rewind or do anything. So those tapes, those are questionable, the quality of it. But yeah,
Yep.
150 quid for X
And
rentals gives you an idea. They are worth money, a lot of money.
yes, they
So
are.
put them in a
I'm
vault.
not.
There's
Yeah.
your life saving straight
Nah,
away.
nah, 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 nah. I have other plans for the life savings. I just. Anyway, I think we can end it here. I'm going to bed because I'm fucking knackered. I mean, I drove from Santiago to where I live. That's 140, 150 kilometers. And I took my dad to have his treatment at the local uh, clinic. That's another 50 kilometers. And I'm knackered.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed because no, well, not exactly now, but I think this stream's run enough. And Ian, it's not a pleasure. It's a goddamn like meeting my best friend again. Always.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be
Yeah,
here. So
you were one of the first people I've talked to on Twitter and on streams and that. And oh man, I'm happy to always talk to you again. It's
likewise,
awesome.
likewise.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I'll do it here on stream and open invite. I'm still busy setting up everything, but if I'm not mistaken, we're going to try again tomorrow. 7 o'clock our time zone, GMT.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 o'clock EST, by the way, for anyone in the US. Try again to do board games, and if everything goes well, I'll be doing that on a regular basis, trying to do it on a weekly basis.
Cool,
So
man.
if everything is working fine, if everything is set up, I'll send an invite, try to get people on, and just play a game. Let's have some fun. Let's play some Monopoly. Friendships
Exactly.
will be ruined.
Okay, everyone. Thank you for coming along. I'm sorry if I bored the shit out of you with my holiday picks, but it was my reliving my basically reliving my childhood in Australia because closest thing to Australia is London, England, The food's more or less similar. The culture is more or less similar. And the language is more or less similar. And it right blighty. So it was, and also a treat for my wife, myself and I have, we are 30 years married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That
And
feels like 2 or 3 lifetimes.
no, actually it doesn't, honestly. It bloody, I think shit, time's fucking flown. My kids, they're 24 and 22. What the fuck? So, yeah, time does fly when you are having fun. We didn't have a honeymoon when we got married. This was also a honeymoon.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was all in one, and she told me, she said she loved it, and she have to do this again on a weekend. We're gonna have to take another weekend there. The flight's cheap, the hotels aren't that expensive, and the food's cheap. Yes, I found the food cheap. I was expecting to pay twice as much. So I know how expensive food can be and how cheap it can be, because we have cheap food here where I live. Regular meals, 3 courses, and drinks for about €5. That's workers.
That's a price for
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah. It's a drink, a glass of wine or a beer or a soft drink, a bowl of soup, the main course, which is whatever they're making at that day, the food at the plate of the day, and bread and coffee for about between €5 and €7. Of course, the portions aren't huge, but they are enough. And so I know the carrying on to the cost of living in the UK, it is about the same, because there's just too much competition between everything. I ate best at a pub. I had Burger King, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and McDonald's close by. I didn't get set my foot in. The worst meal I had was the Italian pizza I showed you guys. And the best meals I had were always in pubs.
Yeah, pub food here in general is good food.
Is bloody good food, good portions, not expensive. Between £9.50 for the cheapest one I had, and £14.50 for the most expensive one I had. And then Jamie Oliver's was also £14 for mine, and no, £8 for mine. No, again, sorry, £11 for my, and £8 and £6, £7 for the wife, plus drinks and everything. It cost me £35 for at a Jamie Oliver's, and I tweeted to him. The fucking cunt didn't respond. Mongrel. But the food.
What you should have done is going to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, take a photo of one of their dishes, order one, just take a photo of it, and then send it off to him. Most likely he will go like, "What's this plate of shite?" It's like, that's in your restaurant name.
Don't give you idea.
That would happen.
I have my Jamie's spaghetti tweet. I'm gonna send it to him. Just, oh my god, it's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, we will go off air right now.